down here.
Cool. Hi guys, Neil here. This is my second game against the independent human factions on Khur. This game is called...
I don't know.
Something.
Crush Them.
Crush Them. It's called Crush Them. So I'll quickly go through my deployment. So this end, I've got one of my tactical squads, the one with melter gun and missile launcher, split into combat squads of 5 and 5. Then next to them, got another tactical squad with Crusade and Power System Flamer. In here, in the Rhino, is another same tactical squad as that, same kitted out. And then on the road, got my Land Raider with Sol Tagron and his command squad in there. And then my opponent today is Matt.
Bleary-eyed Matt. This is my third game of 4 this week, so I'm kind of out of it.
He's just going to run through his deployment.
I have humans. Humans everywhere. So we've got platoon. Here we have a platoon. Those there. The rest of the people are all vets. Chimera full of stormtroopers. 2 Lehman Russ battle tanks. Just with normal cannons, and then in reserve, sat on my computer desk, is another Lehman Russ battle tank. It's modeled with the Demolisher cannon, but it's got the normal one, and another squad of vets. We've got the road down the middle as per this game, and as you guys know, this is the one where we start collapsing buildings left, right, and centre.
Yep, and in this one, each unit is worth 5 points, apart from this little one here, which is Matt's HQ, which is worth 50 points. So I hope to be killing it quickly and decisively.
Not going to happen.
Okay, so I got deployment to go first, so it means Matt goes first unless I can seize initiative, so need a 6 on this. 3, so Matt goes first. So we'll see you after Matt's first turn. Cool, this is the end of IHF turn 1, so Matt, do you want to take us through it?
Yep, right, first off, last video I forgot to deploy the special weapons, heavy weapons teams, because I'm a douche. So we've got 3 autocannon cannons in this building, 3 las cannons on the road, 3 heavy bolters just off the road. I'll start off with these guys then. The autocannon, one of them could see the Rhino and missed, plinked the front armour with one of the shots but didn't penetrate it. Las cannons, one of them hit the front armour of the Land Raider and just bounced straight off it. Protected by the Emperor there. And then nothing else really did. A Chimera moved up 12 inches, and nothing really else did anything. I'm waiting for them to get within my guns, apart from Master of Ordnance, which fired. He could see through the window at the tactical squad here, but scattered wildly off. And the 2 the 2 Lehman Russes fired their cannons, scored 4 wounds on that with the ordnance template, 3 wounds with the ordnance template and 1 with a heavy bolter, and then scattered this one, scattered off them to here, did 2 wounds on them, but Neil passed both the cover saves and 2 wounds on that squad. So I've killed 6 Space Marines, which isn't bad for 2 battle cannons. I'm pretty good with these battle cannons, but I'm going to be reaping. Oh, also I didn't collapse any buildings, which is unfortunate because I would have collapsed this little bit of parkland, which we're counting as a building. That's the end of my turn.
Okay, so we'll see you at the end of my turn 1. Hey guys, end of Wordbearer's turn 1. I'll just take you through it quickly. These guys here moved up from here and ran to get to there. These guys, he shot his missile launcher at that tank but missed. This squad moved from here and ran. The Rhino moved up with the squad inside and popped smoke to hopefully weather some shooting next turn. The Land Raider zoomed up the road, disengaged the command squad, who then proceeded to charge 3 squads of just normal infantry.
2 normal infantry, 1 vet.
2 normal infantry and 1 veteran, and wiped out 2.
Yeah, wiped out 1 squad of 1 normal platoon squad and 1 squad of vets.
And the other one is running, and they're ready, hopefully, to weather some fire next turn to take out some heavy weapons teams and other guys.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's the battlefield at the end of my turn 1. So it's got a lot of shooting probably going to happen next turn. so see you after that. Cool, this is the end of the Independent Human Faction turn 2, so Matt, if you'd like to run us through what you did.
Yeah, everything shot this turn, I didn't move at all. So beginning of the turn, collapsed the building, collapsed it on those guys, managed to take out 3 of them, but importantly the missile launcher. Yes, this squad fired at them, and the grenade launcher managed to kill one of the bolt gunners. These guys didn't do anything. The 2 battle tanks fired at this tactical squad here and thinned their numbers by 3 more. Couldn't really see the Rhino, it was hull down, so I didn't bother taking a shot. Everything that you see here, so 2 squads of vets, 2 squads of vets, platoon command squad, autocannons, las cannons, heavy bolters, platoon command squad, and my commanders, apart from this little group here that are running, shot into the honour guard. I put a wound on all of them apart from the apothecary. I put lots of wounds on them, and that they failed, but the feel no pain really came through to Neil. It's probably saved him like a good 3 or 4 wounds in that round.
Probably the squad.
So the feel no pain's done really, really well. But I still managed to put a wound on the company champion, on the 2 guys with with power swords and storm shields, and I've managed to kill the guy with the thunder hammer and the storm shield, which is awesome. But still, Sol Tagron and the apothecary are still wound free. Up here, Chimera, like I say, fired into them, and the stormtroopers fired their melter guns at the side of the Land Raider, and unfortunately hit with one but failed to penetrate. So that wasn't particularly good. Also, my orbital bombardment didn't come down, which is unfortunate because he's about to get really stuck into my battle lines, and I think it's going to be wasted. But you know, c'est la vie. I think that's pretty much all I did. Nice and quick, nice and shooty.
Yep. And so yeah, we'll see if I can dish out some punishment next turn with my guys getting in close. Cool. And we'll see you end of Web Bearer's turn 2. Hi guys, end of Word Bearer's turn 2. I will just take you through it. So these 2 guys moved up to there, ran a little bit. These guys moved up, tried to have a pop at the tank with a melter gun because they're probably just going to get killed next turn, but just out of range. The Rhino disengaged the tactical squad after the building collapsed, creating the crater there, and tried to move through the cover but got immobilised and didn't repair this turn, so try again next turn. This tactical squad came from the Rhino, moved up, charged into a infantry squad here. This tactical squad, who were over here, charged the same one and they wiped out in combat. The Land Raider shot 1 pair of las cannons at this Lehman Russ, but Matt passed his cover save, and then using the power of the Machine Spirit shot the Chimera with the other las cannons, but again Matt passed the cover save, so not much from that. And down here there were a platoon command squad, las cannon heavy weapons team and an autocannon heavy weapons team, and Sol Tagron and his command squad, obviously incensed at, or enraged at the cheek of these independent humans at killing one of his own, they slaughtered the 3 squad sets, another 15 points earned. Cool. So this is just what's left on the board now that second turn is over for both of us, and we'll see you at the end of the Independent Human Faction turn 3. Cool, so this is now end of the Independent Human Faction turn 3.
Booyah!
So Matt, if you want to run us through what you've done.
Yeah, so my orbital bombardment came down on the 2 squads that you saw here, killed the 3 remaining straight off, because they were in the newer armour, so they didn't have proven metal, so they just died straight away. The other squad got wiped down to just the priest sergeant. And I was trying not to. I wanted to shoot as much as I could at this squad. So once again, the
The multi-laser shot at the guy that was stood there and did nothing to him. The stormtroopers fired into the back of this and managed to shake it so it can't move or shoot next turn. And then I had all the vets, these guys, this squad, and the heavy bolt was firing the firepower there, and as well as 2 battle cannons and a heavy bolter. One of the battle cannons actually scattered off and killed 7 of my own men, which was unfortunate. But I did manage to kill 2 of the power sword wielders, so that's 3 of that squad dead. So it's only Sol Tagron, Apothecary, and the company champion left. So I'm trying, but they're perilously close to that objective. These guys moved up. I battle cannoned the squad that were there and killed them. And then, because this guy was still left, I was just like, oh, I'm going to have to do it. Turn this squad of vets onto him. Managed to do 3 wounds with the plasma guns, 3 wounds with the las guns, and can you believe it? Neil passed 2 6-up invulnerable saves with the proven metal rule out of the 3, but then failed one of his armor saves. So fortunately, he's dead. So not much on the field for Neil. Yes,
but I've got my orbital bombardment, and hopefully some replacements will be coming on as well.
Yeah, I should probably mention that. So I rolled for my my reserves this turn, and I got them both, which was awesome. The tank came on, as you can see there, I've already talked about, but unfortunately I lost a squad of vets to the choking mist special rule.
Flames or whatever
There's a special rule here, so any model coming in by reserves on a 6-up is just lost, and unfortunately I lost them. So, but they don't count as points for Neil, which is awesome.
So yeah, this is what's remaining on the battlefield. Very little Word Bearers grey. So we'll see how I can do at the end of my turn 3. Cool. Hi, end of Word Bearers turn 3. Just going to be quick, take you through it. These guys moved up 6, rapid fired into the vets.
Yeah, and did nothing.
The Land Raider was shaken, but power of the machine spirit let it shoot 1 gun, so it shot twin las cannon at this Leman Russ and
failed to do anything.
It shook it.
Hit, but no, it didn't. It hit, but then you failed to penetrate it. It was shook last turn.
And we had orbital bombardment as well,
which killed
a command squad, most of a veteran squad, and shook the tank.
Yeah.
And then Sol Tagron unleashed his exterminator on the command squad, hitting all 7 of them, killing none of them. And then they charged in, cut down 3 for no losses, but the command squad held, which is kind of good for me because it means they're not going to get shot at. So
true story.
Cool. And yeah, and I rolled for replacements as well, but didn't get any. So cool. We'll see you now at the end of IHF turn 4. Hi guys, end of IHF turn 4, and yeah, some stuff has happened.
Right, 2 battle cannons. I rolled a direct hit for both of them on that squad up there, made a mockery of them, they're both dead. Hoorah. This squad ran, because I didn't move them in case they needed to rapid fire into that squad in the eventuality of scatter. This squad ran, these squad moved up, all of these guys moved up and shot 4 melter guns into the Land Raider, and I managed to shake and stun it, so it's not moving or shooting next turn apart from its power of the machine spirit. And then unfortunately down here I did very few wounds and the whole squad got beaten up. And because of the bodyguard rule I managed to make it so that the guy was valiantly stood at the end, but then he failed his leadership test and got charged down. So that's unfortunately 50 points to Neil.
So yeah, nice consolidation of 6 inches leaves me hopefully being able to charge several units, 2 units, and kind of not be shot at for another turn. Cool, so we'll come back to you at the end of Word Bearers turn 4. End of Word Bearers turn 4, and I'll run you through it quickly. The Rhino passed its dangerous terrain test, so it wasn't immobilised, and tank shocked this unit, but they passed, and then it just shot 2 of them with its combi bolter. The Sol Tagron and his assaults and his command squad charged a heavy bolter squad, a vet squad, and a normal squad.
2 vet squads.
2 vet squads, in fact. and wiped all 3 out, taking no wounds in your turn. And I got my replacements, but they didn't come on this turn, so they'll be coming on next turn hopefully, and hopefully they might get to do something.
Unlikely.
Unlikely, but
on the road up there and go, we're here, honest.
So yeah, there'll be another unit, so it'll be nice. Cool. So that's the end of my turn, and we'll see the end of IHF turn 5. Okay, end of the Independent Human faction, turn 4. Matt, do you want to take us through it? Turn 5, sorry.
End of the
turn
game.
5, end of the game. Do you want to take us through it?
Yeah. Everything fired at Sol and his honour guard. 3 battle cannons, 2 of them scattered off, 1 of them was a direct hit. We had 3 plasma guns, melter gun, las pistols, hotshot las pistols, more melter guns, all in there. Scatter rifle thingy, multi-laser. Wound on the apothecary, wound on Sol, so all that damage, did 2 wounds, some amazing invulnerable and armour saving from Neil, and feel no paining as well. Just really, really well done. I've put so much firepower into that squad and they just won't die. But Celavi, this is war, but I think I've done relatively well. I've put up a fight, and well, I've already lost my objective. I lost my command squad, so that's 50 points to nil, so I've technically lost the game. Plus, look at our dead pile, he's got loads of points there.
A lovely dead pile, not including the tank.
Yep. So, you know, we'll see. Going into the last turn, it's not much I can do. I put everything into killing that squad and just couldn't. The dice were not with me today, so.
To be fair, they're hard as nails.
Hard as nails. 2 up saves, 3 up invulnerables, and feel no pain.
Makes them pretty made of win. Cool, so we'll see you guys now at the end of Wordbearer's turn 5. End of Wordbearer's turn 5 now, and the end of the game. And there is slightly less Imperial Guards on the, well, independent humans on the battlefield than before. So the Rhino shot the infantry squad here, killing 2, which forced the leadership test, and they failed it and fled back here. And here there is currently a Lehman Rust sized hole where the Land Raider, doing probably the first good thing this game, apart from getting command squad in combat turn 1, shot blast cannons at it, blew it up, as in exploded, which ended up killing off another 3 of them, and also 1 from this squad. So I got a point from that for being under half strength. Then up here, Sol Tagron exited the command squad to charge the 3 guys here, cut them down, and the command squad charged the stormtroopers, killed 4 in combat, no losses in return. Stormtroopers broke and the command squad chased them down. And I also, using the Land Raider, using the power of Machine Spirit to essentially shoot those las cannons as a different target. Its heavy bolters and other las cannons got immobilized and weapon destroyed on the Chimera, so close. So I got 2 points for that. And there would be another squad of tactical marines over there in Wordbearer's colours, but seeing as it's the last game and they couldn't fire at anything, we thought there was no real point of actually putting them on the table. So that's the carnage and devastation left at the end of the battle. Matt, would you like to say how many points I won?
Yeah, unfortunately. So there was 15 squads wiped out. All in all, so that's 70, no not 15 squads, lots of squads. So you got 75 points worth of kills in terms of squads wiped out, because it's 5 points per squad destroyed. 50 points for the command squad, and then 2 points for an immobilised heavy support choice, and 1 point for a squad reduced to half strength. So it's 128 points in total, which should fill me with glee, being that you are another Wordbearers player, but it makes me want to die, because it means my tanks didn't do enough.
Oh, well, it means I've got 100 128 points.
No, you don't. 123 points, sorry, because I added the 5 points to the veteran squad that were lost through the special rules. So my apologies, guys.
123.
123. Still pretty good.
Pretty good, so
So what are you going to spend it on? I think we've already decided.
I don't know, it's probably going to be a chaplain for the command squad to make them even more nailed.
Because they need liturgies of battle!
Yeah, and so, yeah, that's the end of my game 2 against the IHF.